Welcome back, baseball fans. 69-72 carryover league. We're in the American League East today, folks, and boy, you got to be playing. You got to be at the top of your game if you want to make any moves in this division this year. This is where the powerhouses reside. Let's take a look at the standings in the East of the American League. Boom. So the Yankees have the best record. They have 16 wins of a possible 16 wins you can get through 5 rounds in the format we play. Red Sox 15-7. The world champion Orioles, winners of last year's World Series with Cuero, McNally, Palmer, all that. 13-9 right there. The three can and will probably all go to the playoffs, but there's going to be some disappointment among the three. And the thing is that the Blue Jays are not exactly a doormat. They've played respectable baseball with this 10-16 record. You would assume they'd be like 4-20 or something like that, but they have really overachieved to this point of a 10, however you want to call a 10-16 record. So in the series, the Red Sox have taken 3 out of the first 4. They won handily in Boston. Toronto won a Game 3 at home in the bottom of the 9th, beating Sparky Lyle. And then in Game 4, Toronto tried to do the same thing, win in the bottom of the 9th, and they couldn't quite pull it off against Gary Wagner. So Toronto's got them, or Boston's got them right where they want them. Game 5, gentlemen's sweep elimination game in Toronto. Today's starting pitchers for Boston, it'll be Louis Tiant and Gary Gentry. For the Blue Jays, let's get started. North of the border, here's Angel Bravo. The Red Sox have been substituting some of their backups in against the lowly Blue Jays to get them some work. He strikes out. Fisk, 68. 1-1 fly ball. Rico Petrocelli, 2-4, grounds to third. Rod Gasper, 57, is a K. Schofield, same thing. Milt May, 55, is a walk. And with 2 outs, Carl Taylor, short X. Petrocelli at 2E16. Tiant had a shutout in Game 1 of the series. Going for another one. Yastrzemski, 49. Single 1 of 6, gets it. Reggie Smith, 1-9, base hit in the center. Yaz, he'll be content at second base. George Scott, 1-4, center. Jerry Moses, 2-9, short B. Runs on the corners for Van Kelly, 4-10, short X. Shortstop today is Cheney. He's a 3. E48. And he gets up a single. I think that is a run. That's a shame. 2 on, 2 outs for Mike Andrews. He bounces out. 1-0. Terry Crowley. 65. Skies the center. Frank Fernandez bounces to short. Petrocelli, the 2E16. And a single off of Petrocelli. That's rare. Mike Lum, 1-7, is a base hit into right field. Fernandez holds the second base. 2 on for the Blue Jays. Doesn't happen very often. Rick Joseph, 47, is a walk. Tiant, surprisingly struggling here. Playing back for Darrell Cheney. 44 off the Tiant card is homer 1-8 double. Cheney, though, has no power. Rolls a 19, though, and gets the double. Now, Rick Joseph does not want to try and score from first. We all know the Red Sox arms are dazzling. -3, -4, -2 in the outfield. The Fenway effect. So it's a 2-run double. Second and third for Gasper. They got to bring the infield up. He's an A-bunter. 3-10 second, but runners have to hold. With 2 outs, Schofield K's. And unfortunately, Toronto really needs to come through in the clutch when they can. It's so hard for them to get runs. They got 2 of them. Probably not enough. Angel Bravo, 57, base hit. Fisk, 48, K's. Petrocelli, 1-6, center. Yastrzemski, 39, as a walk. 2 on, 2 outs for Reggie Smith, 5-10, center X. But Gasper's a 2 in center. Bottom of the third. Milt May, 1-4, bounce the third. Carl Taylor, 2-3, third. And Crowley, 45. Double on a 14 is a single. Off the Tiant card, Frank Fernandez, 34 is a K. We'll go to the fourth. Briskly played game here. George Scott, 2-5, base hit. Jerry Moses, 67 is a K. Van Kelly, 37 is a K. And Mike Andrews, 35 is a walk. And Angel Bravo with 2 on and 2 outs in the fourth inning. Let's take a look at the Angel Bravo card. Yeah, just a pinch hitter. But believe it or not, old Angel here hits 277 and has a left-handed bat. And frankly, the Red Sox pretty much don't even need a bench. They're starting 9. Yeah, but yeah, they filled a roster spot with this guy. 2-9 here is single 1 to 7, and he rolls a 10. Sorry, Angel, can't come through. So 2-1, bottom of the fourth. Mike Lum, 47, 1 to 7. He lines out. Rick Joseph, 2-8, single. Cheney, 34, third B. And Gasper, 62, first. We go to the fifth. Fisk, 311. K plus injury. Well, Jerry Moses also can catch, so he will do that. Petrocelli, 612. K. Boston is sluggish today. Yastrzemski, 46, a walk. And with Reggie Smith, 37 is a K. 5 innings in the book for Gary Gentry. 2-1 lead. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Back on the enlightenment train today. Tasty. Bottom of the fifth. Schofield, 56, second X. Andrews, a 2E26 at second, makes the play. Boy, if the Blue Jays were to win one more game in this series, or even, dare we say, win the series, that would really be a boon for the Red Sox and for the Yankees and the Orioles. Milt May, 69, flies left. Carl Taylor strikes out. Sixth inning of a 2-1 game. And we have George Scott, 67, Ks. Jerry Moses, 47 is a walk. Van Kelly, 46 is a walk. 2 on for Mike Andrews. 2-5. Let's take a look at Mike Andrews' card. Yeah, folks, this is your number 9 hitter. Your number 9 hitter. Actually, most of the time he bats second against righties. He's better against righties than lefties, as you can tell. But my goodness. Oh, he's a 2 at second base. 293 hitter with 15 home runs and 530 plate appearances. He bats 9th for this team. He might bat second or third in a lot of 4th or in a lot of other teams in the league. That is a single to center field. Moses will hold. Gentry's not broken. He's a starter 7. And here's our boy Angel Bravo again. A bunter, got to bring the infield up. Boston's left a ton of runners on base. You can get the infield up double play for home teams. Of course, Bravo has nothing but ground ball Bs on this card anyway. So here it is, Angel Bravo, 49, single 1 to 6 off Gentry. He rolls a 19 and lines out. So with 2 outs, it's the replacement for Fisk. You can actually pick anybody I want off the bench. Canigliaro, Kennedy, or Voss. Let's go with old Tony Canigliaro. Yeah, let's bring in old Tony. Let's take a look at Tony. Let's go for the old Grand Salami here. Tony Canigliaro coming in off the bench. The bench. He only hit 36 home runs. So, bases loaded, 2 outs. Canigliaro, the pitch. 2-6 is a grounder to third base. He hit the column, missed the roll though. 2-1. Red Sox still hanging in there. I mean, the Blue Jays still hanging in there. 2-1. Crowley, bottom of the 6th, 48 is a walk. Frank Fernandez, 48 is a K. Mike Lum, 45, all over Tiant's card today. Double on a 14 double. That's something the Blue Jays could use. You know, they're so bad offensively. The weakest hitting team in baseball. Second and third, 1 out. I guess you got to go up, infield up again. Rick Joseph, 48 is a K. The righties keep rolling 48s. 4 straight columns. Off the Tiant card, you got on twice. And now it's Daryl Cheney, second and third, 2 outs. 64 is catcher's card. I'll take the pass ball foul out. I'm not ashamed of that. 4E10 catcher. He's a 4E10. And they get it. So a cheap run for the Blue Jays, and it's 3-1. Yep, pretty cheap. But run's a run. We are into the 7th inning. Gary Gentry. He's put a lot of guys on, but he's a starter 7, so he's going to continue. It'll be Petrocelli. 66 is a K. Yastrzemski. 2-6 is a base hit. Reggie Smith. 38 is a K. And George Scott. 2-7 is single. 1-2. 18 is a single. And once again, flirting with disaster every inning of this game except the first. Gary Gentry. Second and third, 2 outs. Jerry Moses, the breaking batter. We'll let him face him. See if he can wiggle off the hook one more time. Jerry Moses, the pitch. 68 and actually it is. It's 1-1, fly ball to left, and he rolls a 9. Another lucky break for Gentry. And the Red Sox have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 men on base and scored just once. Stretch time here in Toronto. We are listening to Future Days by Can, 1973. A little international flavor today for you. Bottom of 7th, Tion still pitching. Gasper will lead it off. 53. Right X. That is Bravo. He should be a 3E16, I think, in right field. Yeah. They get the error, though. Really, though, it doesn't, Bravo's E rating is bad, but so is Yaz and Reggie Smith. All those guys are E16 outfielders. So, on the result here, you look at 9, and if an E10 makes an error, it means an E16 makes an error. That's 2-base error. Schofield. Geez, do you bunt here? No, you're a lousy bunter. You're a D bunter, so forget that. 56. Bounce to second. Next best thing. 2E26. Another error. He's an E26 second baseman. E10 E rating. That's an error. This is what we're talking about. This Red Sox team makes the most errors in baseball, and that could be their undoing. Otherwise, this team's brilliant. They're pitching very well. Their hitting's ridiculous. But you got runners on the corners with nobody out, and Milt May. I guess you'll bring the infield up. 37. Let's look at Milt May's card. He comes through with single ... And the Blue Jays have a rare 3-run lead here. 4-1. Runners in the corners for Carl Taylor. They're still going to be up. 65, right C. Up for Crowley. 49 is a walk. Bases are loaded. He'll pitch to the right-hander Tion, and then we'll see about Lum. 57 is a K, and with 2 outs and Mike Lum, normally not the type of guy to invite a pitching change, but they're going to do it. They're taking Tion out after 6 2/3 and calling Toronto's bluff about taking Lum out of the game because he's got good defense. Toronto is, every resource is a challenge for Toronto. Lum isn't too horrible against lefties, so he'll stay in the game because he's good defense. So Bill Lee comes on in the 7th to face Mike Lum with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The Red Sox trying to wiggle off the hook the way the Blue Jays have to this point in the game. Let's take a look at Mike Lum's card here. You see he's got a 2-2 E3 in right field. That's why he's in the game, and he's not too horrible against lefties. And if we were to get a walk, that's as good. That would be an RBI. Mike Lum, the pitch. 58 off the Lee card is a strikeout. The inning ends. It's 4-1 Blue Jays. I'm really thinking this Gentry guy is. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 men on in 7 innings. But it's the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, they got to push all their resources. Grisenda's a great closer. We have a 3-run lead. Gentry would break anyway if he puts 2 men on, so let's allow that to happen if it does. Plus, you got Van Kelly and Angel Bravo, 2 of the first 3 batters. You'd like to leave a righty in there so that Boston doesn't go to their better bench. So, Van Kelly will lead off the 8th against Gentry. 1-6, take a look at the Van Kelly card. 1-6, double 1 of 10 is a double. Van Kelly, Bill Voss, and Angel Bravo were the 3 extra players added to Boston's team because they're all left-handed hitters. That was their only reason why they are on this team. All right, Mike Andrews, 38, grounds are short. On Angel Bravo, 1-2 is a strikeout plus injury. Oh, we're losing players. So Canigliaro, who was DH, will now be the right fielder, and the DH will be in the top spot. And here is Canigliaro. He's obviously much better against lefties, so Gentry pitches to him. The pitch to Canigliaro, 112, is a fly ball left. The inning's over, and Grisenda is warming up. He will probably pitch the 9th for the Blue Jays. Bill Lee, the bottom of the Boston lineup is not very... bottom of the Toronto lineup is not very good against lefties. They do have some defense to bring in, and they will do this. So batting for Rick Joseph, who was playing third, will be Tommy Dean. He'll be the new shortstop. Cheney will go to third base. Tommy Dean against Bill Lee. 6'11", left X. This is Yaz again, an E16. He's got the range, of course. But he makes another error. This is insane. Boston's making record errors in the outfield this season, yet they're still dominating. A 2-base error to lead off the 8th. And it's Cheney. God, oh, he's a B-bunter. He will bunt. But he rolled a 10. Just more bad baseball here in the 7th and 8th innings. Errors and bad bunts. So he gets the guy at third. Now we have a runner at first for Gasper. And then Schofield. Bill Lee's going to stick around because, well, frankly, Toronto's not very good. So Gasper. But 2-7 off the Gasper card is a single to center field. Cheney holds at second. First and second for Schofield. I don't know. Yeah, it's just Gary Wagner. Yeah, we'll take the spaceman out. He only got 2 batters out, actually. Gary Wagner's been the most reliable of the Boston relievers. He'll come on in the 8th inning. There's Gary Wagner, trying to get a couple outs with runners at first and second and 1 out. Gary Wagner against Dick Schofield. 68 is a single 1 to 13, rolls a 20. And with 2 outs, it's Milt May. 67, though, is a single to center field. Cheney, 13, 14, 15, but Reggie Smith's got a -4 arm, and they're going to hold him up at third base. A lot of guys have been put on base by these teams. Not many are scoring. Because Carl Taylor is the batter, and he is the best hitter on Toronto's team. Let's take a look at Carl's card. This is the matchup Toronto wanted. They wanted Taylor to bat with men on base. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, looking for some insurance. Carl Taylor, the pitch. 48 off Wagner's a pop to third base, and we're not done yet, folks. The Red Sox can come back in the 9th. So, Gentry will depart after 8 tenacious innings. And it'll be Joe Grisenda, arguably the best pitcher on Toronto's team. A lot of times we see really bad baseball teams get great closers. Why? I don't know. It's just that it kind of ends up that way. They're available. It's a cheap way to get good at one facet of the game versus actually building an offense and a defense and a starting rotation. Just get a stud closer, and you don't blow any saves in your rare wins. 4-1 in the 9th inning. Is there any more defense to bring in for the Blue Jays? Yes, Yvonne Morel will play left field. Crowley goes to DH. We'll put Yvonne Morel in the Frank Fernando spot. So Toronto is playing this like a World Series. They got swept by the Yankees. They beat the Orioles once. And They want to beat the Red Sox up, hopefully twice, maybe more than that. So in the 9th inning, it's Petrocelli, Yaz, and Smith. Here's Rico Petrocelli. 47 off Grisenda is a K. Yastrzemski. 37 is a walk. He runs a second. His being held is meaningless. Reggie Smith. 311 against a lefty is a fly ball to left, and it's George Scott. The pitch to George Scott. He comes through. Let's take a look at George Scott's card. 1-7, triple, 1-11, single dot dot. Gets the triple. Being at third base isn't significant either in a 4-2 game, but it does bring up the tie run for the Red Sox. Will come to the plate in the form of Jerry Moses, Fisk's backup. That's right, folks. Carlton Fisk, his card, which we had earlier. Fisk hit 293 with 22 bombs. Oh, this Jerry Moses card only hits 304. So Jerry Moses is the tie run with 2 outs in the 9th inning. The pitch to Jerry Moses, 4-12 off Grisenda, is a fly ball to left. And the Blue Jays and the Yankees and the Orioles are watching on cable TV back in 1970 and from Canada, and they are where the Red Sox lost a baseball game, and that is a big deal in the American League East. Toronto beats the Red Sox 4-2. The series will go back to Fenway. Let's do the box here. There's a lot to play for in the American League East. The Orioles still have to play the Yankees in a best-of-7 before the All-Star break. That'll be the best matchup, the key marquee matchup before the break. So Grisenda gets the save, does give up a hit, a run, a walk, and a K. The ones across the board there. Gentry does get the win. 9 hits, only 1 earned run, walked 5, struck out 11. Wagner came on in the 8th. Did give up a hit. The Spaceman did give up a hit and a K. And the loss will go to Tiant. And he had been pitching well. Really was okay. His defense let him down. You know, pass ball, the errors. So he only gave up 1 earned run. So 7 innings with 1 earned run is outstanding. He might go to the All-Star game. Of course, the problem with the Red Sox pitchers is the hitters usually are the first pick to go to the All-Star game. You can only send so many guys. So usually the Red Sox pitchers get snubbed. So the box is 1019, 0108, 49210, 61249. Red Sox put 16 men on that game. Toronto put 13 men on that game. 29 men on base, only 6 of them scored. That is game 5. So we'll have to go back to Boston for game 6 and game 7 if necessary. Well, let's take a look at the composite box. Toronto is doing their part. I mean, they have literally no shot at all. But it's about, can you compete and not roll over? And they have a team, a gritty team. They've got very good pitching. Well, they got good starting pitchers. They got a great closer. The rest of the bullpen is kind of meh. And offensively, they have Carl Taylor and yeah. Anyway, the Blue Jays are hitting .255 as a club with a .436 ERA. Outside of Grisenda, the rest of that bullpen has been horrible. And the starters have been breaking as well, so they're 11-16. Boston falls to 15-8. They are only hitting .259. The Boston team ERA is .240. That should be enough to win the World Series. And you would think that this .259 batting average is bound to get better. But, you know, some of these guys are struggling. I mean, yeah, no other way to put it. And when we look at the year-to-date for the American League East, Boston is currently a game behind the Yankees. They're a game and a half in front of the Orioles. They could be in first place at the All-Star break if the Orioles beat the Yankees like 4-2 or 4-3, and that would be enough for the Red Sox to sneak past. It's going to be interesting to see, because in the postseason format, the first place team and the second place team play each other to determine the division winner, with a third place team probably not eligible to win the division but being a wild card, and the second place team possibly falling out of wild card contention if they get swept. So there's a lot to play for in this crazy American League East, the dominant teams of this era. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.